Late at night in a small town, there was an old train station that had been closed for years. Legend had it that a ghostly train still ran through the station at midnight, though it was long out of service. One evening, curious and skeptical, a young man named Jack decided to check it out. As the clock struck midnight, Jack stood on the empty platform, the cold air biting at him. He heard a distant, mournful whistle and saw a faint light in the distance. To his astonishment, an old-fashioned steam train emerged from the mist, its headlights glowing eerily. Jack was both excited and nervous. The train slowed and came to a halt at the station, but there were no sounds of passengers or crew. Driven by curiosity, Jack approached the train and noticed that the doors were slightly ajar. He hesitated, then climbed aboard. Inside, the train was strangely pristine, as if it had just been cleaned. The seats were arranged neatly, and there was a faint, pleasant smell of flowers in the air. Jack walked through the carriages, but they were eerily empty. Suddenly, he heard a soft, melancholic melody coming from the last carriage. Jack entered the last carriage and saw a woman in an old-fashioned dress sitting alone, looking out the window with a distant expression. She appeared to be in her early 20s, her face illuminated by the moonlight streaming through the window. "Excuse me," Jack said gently. "Are you okay?" The woman turned slowly. Her face was pale and her eyes were filled with sadness. "I'm waiting for someone," she said in a soft voice. Jack noticed a faded photograph in her hands, a young couple smiling happily. "Who are you waiting for?" he asked. The woman's eyes welled up with tears. "My fiancé. We were supposed to be married, but he never arrived. He disappeared the night before the wedding." Before Jack could respond, the train's whistle blew again, and the woman's expression grew sorrowful. "He never came," she whispered. "And now, neither can I." As the train started to move, Jack felt a chill. He looked around, and the surroundings seemed to blur. When he glanced back at the woman, she was gone. The train picked up speed, and Jack found himself back at the deserted platform. The clock struck 1 a.m., and the train vanished into the mist. Jack left the station feeling a heavy weight in his chest. He later learned that many years ago, there had been a tragic accident involving a wedding party at that very station, and the bride had never made it to the altar. To this day, Jack avoids the old station, and locals speak of the ghostly train that still runs, carrying those who can't leave their lost loves behind.